Hello and welcome to Boxed in Boxes. I'm Cooper, your CEO, and today I'm going to make a mimosa themed balloon. I am going to show you I included all of these items without puncturing the balloon or making it pop. The items you see here include a Prosecco mini champagne bottle, a stemless champagne glass, champagne infused gummy bears, 2 champagne suckers, the full line of Sunshine Mimosa items from Bath and Body Works, including the full-size shower gel, body lotion, body cream, body scrub, body mist, hand soap, hand cream, hand sanitizer, plug-in scent, and single wick candle. Prior to creating my balloon, I like to practice putting the items exactly how I'm going to put them in the balloon. So, to get started with, we are going to use our foam. Our foam is a 3/4 inch thick. It has a smooth surface that makes it great for your projects because it's a good contact point for your items. The first thing I get is foam tabs that you can get from the Dollar Tree, or you can get the more expensive 3M or Scotch, and glue sticks, and as well as my glue gun. The Dollar Tree foam tabs work just fine. You get a large roll for $1 and they are more economical for your projects. What I typically do is I take them off the backing and I take about 5 of them and I apply just a dab of hot glue to the back of them and stick them to the foam. Once I have them stuck to the foam, then I can take the backing off and prepare to put them in the balloon. Once I get this done, I will hold it up so that you can see. And like I said, it's just a dab of glue. And what this does is it sticks better to the foam when you use hot glue, and it keeps the foam from moving around in your balloon. This is what's going to cause the stability of your foundation in your balloon later on when you add your products as well. Okay. Again, I'm just pulling off the backing. The side that I stick in the balloon, I do not put hot glue on. Okay, now it's all ready to put in your balloon. To get into the balloon, I normally just fold it in half enough to get it through the top of the machine. Don't worry, because it will flatten out just fine once you get it inside. You just fold it just enough to get it inside. Okay? Once you get it in, you just press it down till it's in place. Okay? Now, to begin with, I am going to take my items, and this is more of my foam tabs that I'm showing you here. I'm going to take my foam tabs and I'm going to use those to make contact points with my foam inside of the machine. So this is one of my items for Bath and Body Works, but I take it and if it's metal, you can hot glue your tabs to the metal. I normally don't unless it's a really, really heavy item. But normally what I do is I take the sticky tab and stick it to the bottom like so. And then I take a dot of hot glue and put it on it just like so. And I put it in the machine. Face it the way you want. And don't worry, if you don't get it the way you want it right at that exact time, you can pull it up and restick it, even if the glue cools just a little bit, because it will adhere to the foam. Okay. These are the gummy bears that I am sticking on top. I didn't use any hot glue. I just used the foam. Okay. And I am going to do the same thing for the rest of my items. I am going to use a little bit of foam and a little bit of hot glue, and I will stick it down. Now, let me tell you, these are not hard to dislodge from the foam once the balloon is popped and the customer enjoys their product. So it's not hard to get the products off of the foam, because remember, you did not put hot glue on the side of the item that the side of the foam that the item is stuck to. Okay, so as you will see, I will continue on putting my foam on my items and applying a little bit of glue to the other side and sticking them in just as so. One of the things that I hate when I'm making a balloon is when I get finished and I either try to pull it out of the machine, or I'm actually putting it in to the next into my box or whatever your base is, and it pops, because at that point you've done all the work and all the labor, and it's the last thing that you do, and it pops, so you have to start all the way over. So this is why I came up with the foam inserts, because I didn't want to see my hard work go in vain because of having to lift it out of the machine, or having to lift it into or set it into something else and it possibly pop. Here you see me putting just a little bit of glue on a tab, and then I'm going to put another tab on top of that same tab. And that's what I mean about building it up, because there's a little place in the middle of the bottle there that kind of sinks in. So if I build it up just a little bit and put some more glue on it and put it inside, it keeps it nice and sturdy. I never have to worry about my products moving around or falling over anymore. And I don't have to worry about my foam buckling on one side when items are heavier, when I'm putting it together, or it wrinkling up or anything like that, that I did have to worry about with the paper plates. Paper plates been pretty easy, and when you're not balanced on all sides of it at one time, they tend to buckle or come up or lean forward. My products do not lean forward. And they do not, and the foam does not buckle. This item is the mini bottle of champagne. As you know, it's going to be a lot heavier than the rest of the items. If you notice that the foam does not come up in the back or the other side, and nothing is leaning forward at this time. For time's sake, I skipped ahead so that you could see more of the finished product. Up until this point, what I did was continue adding my foam to the bottom of my products, and then hot glue to the bottom of the foam to connect it to our foundation foam. We'll get the champagne glass in and then the plug-in scent. And that'll be our last two items I believe we need to add. The suckers are inside of the champagne glass, as well as some tissue paper for decorative reasons. And there's our scent. Okay, so now we are adding our shred. In case you are wondering the type of shred this is, I found some ombre colored yellow, and it was a yellow to orange color ombre tissue paper, gift tissue paper, and I shredded it in a shredder and kind of made my own shred to customize it for the project that I had. And I'm just going to spread this out. It's a little hard to shred because I didn't pull, to spread out because I didn't pull it apart. So just kind of bear with me. I'm trying to pull it apart as I place it. Right here, I'm adding some decorative tinsel in pink, orange, and yellow to match my theme. I'll also be adding balloons of the same color. In case you're wondering what I'm tying off with, I'm tying off with a really thin, clear rubber band. I prefer to use rubber bands in most cases, not all, but in most cases, especially when they're thin and they're clear because they can't be seen and they're easy to maneuver. Everybody knows how to use a rubber band. We've all combed hair and did ponytails. And also with these rubber bands, they are so thin that I can get maxi cups and other things around them pretty easy if I need to. Since I didn't have any of the outside foam to put into the box, I realized I forgot to put my shred in the box. So what you're witnessing here is me taking it out of the original box that I put it in after the machine, putting it in another box so I can put the shred in the bottom of my Mimosa box, and in turn put it back in the Mimosa box. So that's how secure I am with our foam, that I transferred it multiple times without popping it in order to get it the way that I actually wanted it. We all know that when designing these balloon gifts, the true beauty comes from putting the topper on. So before we get that topper on, this is one last look of everything inside. Nice and pretty. And this is our final product, okay, with our Mimosa cupcakes. And this last one is a picture of a balloon with our outer foam for your reference. Thank you for joining us. Have a good day.